Think of a clear memory from your childhood. A birthday, a holiday, the first day of school. You can probably see it. The room, the faces, the way the light fell. It feels like a video you can replay. Here's the problem. It's not a video. It never was. That memory has been quietly edited, rewritten, and resaved so many times that parts of it are almost certainly things that never happened. And the more confident you are about a memory, the more vivid and certain it feels. The more times your brain has probably touched it. Which means the memory you trust the most might be the one that's been changed the most. By the end of this video, you're going to understand something genuinely unsettling. Your memory is not a recording, it's a reconstruction. Every single time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch and quietly slips in new details, drops old ones, and saves the edited version as if it were the original. You'll see how researchers have implanted completely fake memories into ordinary people, who then defended those memories as real. And once you understand how this works, you'll never again say the words, "But I remember it clearly," with quite the same confidence, because clear doesn't mean true. It never did. Meet Dax again. Same brain, same wiring. But this time, we're not in the grass. Dax survived a close call. A shadow in the trees, a scramble to safety, heart pounding. That night, he tells the others what happened. And here's the thing evolution cared about. Dax didn't need a perfect recording of the event. He needed the lesson. Danger. That direction. Run. So his brain didn't store a photograph. It stored a story. A rough, useful, editable story. And every time Dax retells it, the story sharpens. The shadow becomes a leopard. The leopard gets closer. The escape gets braver. Not because Dax is lying. He genuinely remembers it that way now. His brain updated the file. This is the key idea most people get completely wrong about memory. It was never built to be accurate. It was built to be useful. A memory is not a record of what happened. It's a tool for surviving what happens next. Now here's where it gets strange. For most of history, people imagine memory like a filing cabinet. Something happens, your brain writes it down, files it away, and when you remember, you pull out the file and read it. Clean, permanent. But that's not how it works at all. When you remember something, your brain doesn't open a file. It rebuilds the memory live, from fragments, every single time. And here's the part that should bother you. The act of remembering physically changes the memory. Neuroscientists call it reconsolidation. The moment you pull a memory up, it becomes soft, editable. And whatever you're feeling right now, whatever you've learned since, whatever mood you're in, gets baked into it before it's saved again. So the memory you have of your 10th birthday isn't a memory of your 10th birthday. It's a memory of the last time you remembered it. A copy of a copy of a copy. And every copy drifts a little further from the original, which by now is gone. This isn't just a theory. In the 1990s, a psychologist named Elizabeth Loftus set out to test something radical. Could you make someone remember an event that never happened? Her team took adult volunteers and, with help from their families, told each of them 4 childhood stories. 3 were true. 1 was completely invented. A detailed story about getting lost in a shopping mall as a small child, frightened, crying, before being rescued. Totally fake. It never happened. And yet, after being asked to think about it a few times, about a quarter of the people didn't just accept the fake memory. They started to remember it. They added their own details, the color of the store, what the stranger who found them looked like, how scared they felt. When researchers later told them one of the 4 memories was invented, many of them guessed wrong, because the fake one now felt just as real as the true ones. This is called the misinformation effect. And it doesn't require a scientist. It happens every time you're told what happened before you fully remember it yourself. A news report, a friend's version, a photo you've seen so many times you can't tell if you remember the moment or just the picture. Your brain doesn't tag where a memory came from. Real and suggested get filed in the exact same drawer. And once they're in there, you cannot tell them apart, not even a little. So the next time you're absolutely certain about something you remember, the exact words someone said, how an argument really went, what happened that night. Remember Dax. 40,000 years later, still telling the story, still sharpening it a little with every retelling. Not lying, just remembering the only way a human brain can, by rebuilding and quietly editing and never once telling you it changed a thing. That's a little terrifying, but it's also strangely freeing, because if your memories aren't fixed, if they soften every time you touch them, then the painful ones aren't permanent either. You're not stuck with the version you have. Your brain rewrites the past every day anyway. The only question is whether you get a say in the edit. That's the kind of wiring this channel is here to show you, not to make you doubt everything, just to show you the machine underneath. Next time, why you have a voice narrating your thoughts right now, reading these very words in your head, and why it's stranger than you think. Subscribe if you want to keep meeting the parts of your own mind you were never introduced to. It's free, and unlike your memory, I'll try not to make things up.